give up because of a career enhancement position. However, I do believe, and again, this isn't the perfect world, finances allowed or agreeable or allow us to do it. I want to create rotational positions of deputies to go in and rotate and work in investigations for 2 to 3 years and then rotate back. I think we do in the Sheriff's Department. I think a lot of times we kind of like, when it comes to training, it's all one thing. I think we should expand. I didn't get a chance to answer earlier, and I'll kind of throw that in since I'm going to cheat on the answer. When you talk about training, I think training is vital throughout the department. I mean, you're talking about, deputies levels, we have these specialized units, they have to maintain that level of training to maintain that expertise. But one thing I have seen in the 30 years, 29 years I worked at the Sheriff's Department and I see today, there's absolutely no, or has ever been, a succession plan. Ever. I, as sheriff, believe that if there's any deputies in this room, they want to promote to sergeant, or sergeant in the room want to promote to commanders, I want to find training where these people can go and learn about what it takes to be a sergeant, learn about personnel issues, disciplinary issues. So when they do test and they are promoted, they're prepared. You're a deputy, you test for sergeant. I'm not saying you're stupid, but I think it's a great tool to have. But as far as investigations go, I don't agree with rotating deputies out every 3 to 5 years. I think it's more hurtful. But I think with rotation of deputies detectives, but I think when you rotate deputies in, they give them that experience, they can bring it back to patrol. They can share that. And that also prepares them for that when they do want to test for detective, they'll be better prepared. Yes?
The cross-training that the current sheriff is doing, I'm sure you've heard about the new deputies coming from the academy getting FTO trained and then going to the jail, getting training there. So you have, they have field training going into the jail. Do you like that idea? Would you continue it?
Personally, I don't care for it. And why I don't care for it is when you have a deputy that comes out of the academy and goes to the FTO program, you have a deputy in the jail who's waited 2, 3 years to come out. He has to continue to sit there and wait till this guy is completed, then he goes out. I think you put that deputy in the jail and you have that deputy in the jail come out. At the time, you have 2 deputies training rather than just 1. That's what I think. I personally don't care for the policy, because the thing is, once you train him, you have a deputy going in, or an employee, he goes into the academy for 5 months. He comes to the FTO program, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, he's 5 months? 6 months. So there's 11 months. And then he goes into the jail and goes to the training program in the jail, which is how long? 2 months. Okay, so basically you've got 13 months. I just think that's too long to have him training. I think that the deputies in the jail have waited. A lot of deputies that I've talked to, they're frustrated, they've waited to come out. And also, I will tell you that when I was hired in 1981, I did not have to work the jail. In 1981, you could either work the jail or patrol, and I signed up for patrol. But I will tell you today, I think it's very important that a new deputy gets hired, that he spend at least 1 to 2 years in the jail before he comes out. I think that's an incredible learning experience, an incredible tool for him later when he works the streets. So I'm not a fan of that.
Any other questions for Fred?
2 minutes. Huh?
2 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was 5 minutes.
No, you go. Closing statement.
Closing statement. Okay, I'm going to read something. I'm going to read my closing statement. And you'll apologize if I take a moment. I want you to know the Sheriff's Department, I love the department. I absolutely do. If I didn't love this department and the people who work there, my friends who work there, I wouldn't be here. So I'll just read my final statement. First of all, I want to thank the Deputy Sheriff's Association for holding tonight's candidates night. I want to thank the members for attending tonight. When you look at the badge you wear as a Deputy Sheriff, you carry a symbol of honesty, character, and integrity. Over the years, thousands upon thousands have applied, yet you were deemed to be the best of the best. That's why we hired you. You were given the opportunity to join the family of the Monterey County Sheriff's Department. You've gone through tests, background checks, incredible stressful academies. You come out and more training. But when you're done, you became a member of our family. Throughout the entire time of that process, and even today as members of the Sheriff's Department, you hear the words of honesty, character, integrity. They're continually pounded in your head, and you know them. Although you're not like no other citizen, and your conduct must always be above reproach. When we look at law enforcement today in our community, what comes to mind? The biggest story is the King City Police Department. Whether the allegations are true or not, I do not stand here and judge it because I do not know all the facts. But we are all painted with the same brush. Regardless, we can never give an inch to betraying our core values as deputy sheriffs or police officers. I had the opportunity just recently to read a few documents regarding law enforcement. I had a great opportunity to go to a recent graduation of some cadets from the academy. And I found one document, and what it said was this one line: we shall demand ourselves the highest standards of honesty and integrity. The highest standards of honesty and integrity. For those of you here tonight who do recognize these words, they come from the mission statement of the Monterey County Sheriff's Department and the words of Scott Miller. I'm here tonight to say that Mr. Miller has violated his own words, words that you as deputies are held accountable to, but most importantly, he has violated your trust and the words that he holds you by. That's why tonight, I stand here before you and ask for your support for my candidacy to be your next sheriff of Monterey County. Thank you very much.